Man, talk about like I start seeing you like people be Simone, the people like people started getting used to
Crazy.
like how did that happen? Like how did your stuff start getting on people's radar, man?
I literally have no idea. That's how good God is. Like I was talking about this too, like a couple days ago, for the last interview I did. Like just different things that you can't make up. You know what I'm saying? Things that
Yeah.
like you can't even imagine. So I don't know how I got on their radar. Megan Ashley, I guess she was like driving in the car, something like she played my song "Forgive Him,"
Yeah.
and B Simone was in the car, whatever. So this is the story that they were telling on their podcast.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even know this was going to happen. But one of my friends that I was in, so he was a part of the Jerk crew that I had in college. And his wife was a subscriber to their Patreon.
Yeah.
And so she saw this video of their podcast episode before it even came out. And so she hit me up, and then he hit me up and was like, bro, my wife just hit you on Instagram, B Simone, and them is rocking with your music. I said, what? Wilding out, like, why she listening to my music? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And he's like, bro, check it out. Like, my wife, she sent you a screenshot. I'm like, okay, bet. So I checked out the video. So I couldn't even post about it until it was time, until they actually released the episode.
Got you.
And so, mind you, like before it even happened, I had seen Megan Ashley tapping in with some of my videos and stuff. And then I seen B Simone tapping in with the Under the Influence. And around this time, a lot of different people that I looked at was famous was looking at my stuff. Like it was just,
Oh,
it was
wow.
you know what I'm saying? So that's when Jacqueline Carr started tapping in with my music.
Yeah.
Jay Moss started tapping in with my music. And so a ton of like gospel people, but then a ton of like just industry people from like acting, from movies, from just different things. People was tapping in. I don't know where it came from or how it happened. I was just doing the remixes and I was still being consistent with my actual music, like I was saying.
Yeah.
And so Forgive Him was just one of them songs that just happened to, you know, resonate with them in that time. And so, yeah, like when they finally released that episode, it was so crazy. And I was ready. I was ready for that episode to drop because I was like, man, I'm about to post this video. I'm about to be like, yo, B Simone and them shouting me out on their podcast, da, da, da. And so it went from there, from them just shouting me out to them having me actually on their podcast.
Wow.
They're telling me like, yo, how inspired they were from my music and from the songs that I've been creating. And they're literally quoting my songs. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Even to this day, they'll still tap in. I still talk to B Simone. I still talk to Megan Ashley to this day, just because they like literally love the music that I create. They love the person that I am, the child of God that I am, like just different things.
Yeah.
They kind of rocked with. And so we had even talked about doing a remix to Forgive Them at that time. They had their joint podcast, but now they both have their separate podcast they're doing. And so, you know, shout out to them. Definitely still proud of their walks. You know, Megan Ashley is still like strong and devoted. I can't talk. Devoted to her walk with Christ is what I was trying to say. And I think B Simone is too. They both have their different paths as well.
Yeah.
Simone is still in the industry and still doing her thing with acting and, you know, wilding out and all that stuff. So, you know, definitely shout out to them. But even like I said, Jacqueline Carr, like just tapping in on my music, she was locking in with the Greenhouse Project, and she heard Reminisce. She said that was like her favorite song. I was like, yo, I would love to have you on the deluxe. And so I was creating the songs, and the song that she's on, which is Hands on Me, was originally a song for KB.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was literally.
Oh, wait. So you're writing songs for people now?
I was writing a song. I was writing that song for KB. I had KB in mind when I wrote that song. And I was just writing the hook.
Oh, got you.
Mind you, like he's on this wave of, you know, taking a song that's like from like a gospel song, but flipping it, making it modern, like either drill or just rap. And so I was like, yo, I would love to, you know, work with her. And at that time, I was, you know, it was talks of me signing to HGA.
Oh, wow.
Because it didn't happen and stuff like that. So around that time is when I won his challenge. I won both the King Jesus and the 10K challenge. And so I think it was the King Jesus challenge that made them like, yo, maybe you can sign Mike, we can, you know, bring him on the HGA. And I was like, God, if this is what you want, You know what I'm saying? I'm with it because KB was like my favorite Christian rapper. When I really was diving into Christian hip hop, he was like my favorite Christian rapper. And I really studied that man to the point where I started sounding like him. I was like, okay, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a little break. But like it was gonna be like full circle moment for me. And I was like, yo, man, I want to do this. I want this, you know what I'm saying? I want to make this happen. But I was like, God, now if this is not what you want, then don't allow it. And it didn't happen. And I was mad at God. I was like, God, this is what I want. I thought this was it. Like, this is going to be my break. You know, I wanted this to happen. And it just did not happen. God didn't allow it. And I'm grateful now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I still reverence him as like one of the, greatest in the space and stuff like that. Would still love to have our own collaboration, even though I'm on the King Jesus Part 2. I would love to have our own song, but it's just God just didn't allow that path to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how all those things transpired during that season, and like just having different platforms, even like the Shade Room posted me out of nowhere. I'm like, God, what's going on? Because I have no shade to give, you know what I'm saying? But they posted Roll the Stone Away. Of all the songs they could post, they posted Roll the Stone Away.
Yeah.
Literally made the song trend. I don't even know. I think it was like number 7 in trending songs, and
oh wow,
crazy viral and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is insane. And this is a song that I'm talking about, my suicidal thoughts and depression and things that I was dealing with, but God just rolled the things away, and they posted on the Shade Room. Like that's crazy. And so, like I said, people that was reaching out and tapping in, I would not expect. Monique, like
the comedian?
Yes, the comedian Monique, Chili from TLC, just like different people that I was looking at from when I was a child, growing up. Now they tapping in with the music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.